Everyone, I wanted to start a new YouTube channel, a series really, to see if someone with no experience could fix a crash damaged car, gain that experience, potentially make a profit, potentially upgrade that car cosmetically or mechanically, and just build on the series and see if we can put cars back on the road that are exciting.
Okay, everyone, you ready for the reveal? I bought probably can hear it in the back, a BMW 320D State Touring M Sport. You can see I saw it straight away. I fell in love with the colour. Those wheels are so nice. So yeah, you probably see the damage straight away. I think there has been, I'm pretty sure there's been a front passenger side knock just around here somewhere, so that's caused the bumper to just probably disintegrate. You can see here the passenger wing has just crumpled in. It's gone straight under the bumper there, and the bonnet, not the bumper, bonnet has just cracked inwards a bit and it's forced that in there. So potentially some parts that I need. I'm assuming the insurance company just took the front bumper off and then just didn't want to put it back on because it wasn't in a good state. So you probably see that I need a new headlight there as well. And then as I was looking on through the car, you can see doesn't look like there's any leaks under there. The radiator looks in very good condition. There's no crumples in the front crash bar, so that means obviously that's why it's a Cat N. Front headlight, driver's side is fine. The rest of the body is quite clean. The only other bit of damage that I noticed, but when I was checking the MOT, that was already previously there as well. So I think, before it got crashed, it was involved in an accident, someone had just messed up this wing mirror. So potentially, if I can maybe replace the mirror and a bit of the housing, I can potentially save some money there. But yeah, gotta look at that. I think those are run flat tires as well, which is quite cool. You can see the tread on them. There's quite a lot of tread on them, so I think they're quite new tires as well. Looking at the MOT, it passed in September, so that's quite cool as well. So yeah, just a list of parts just off the top of my head. Obviously going to need a new front bumper, new headlight, definitely going to need a new wing. With this bonnet, overall it's quite in good condition. The only thing is it's sort of crumpled here, so I'm wondering if I can maybe potentially bend that back into a decent amount of shape and get a bodywork guy to fill it in. But yeah, I'm going to have to see on that because I know bonnets are quite expensive. The other thing is that I noticed when you sit in the car, it has a parking sensor fault. So this car actually has front and rear parking sensors, which is quite cool. And I noticed the wiring harness down here. I shoved it back here so it didn't get wet. They've taken off the front parking sensor harness. So I'm going to have to buy that as well, which is kind of a shame. I'm going to have to buy the parking sensors as well, obviously. So that's just adding on to the cost there as well. And then as I walk around the car, it's in quite good shape. Obviously it's a 12-year-old car, so it will have some things that some body work damage. Like you'll see down here, there's a little bit of probably paint or something that's chipped off that can probably fix from the bodywork. But yeah, it's running smoothly. I've had it running and idling for a while, and there's no leaks or anything, which is good. So yeah, I'll show you the inside. There's the damaged headlight. I'll go around and show you that. And then there's various parts like the rubber lining for the bonnet, things like that, and scoops for the bumper. Inside, as you can see. So yeah, this is probably, if I didn't mention it before, this is a 2013 model. You can see there that I kind of made a mistake when I was purchasing it, because it's a diesel. I know these engines are quite reliable. I think they might have timing issues towards the end of their life, but I thought the the mileage was actually 161. Sorry, 116. But I think when I was just looking at the advert, I fell in love with the car and I didn't pay attention that you probably see there it's actually 161, which is quite a high mileage vehicle. So I did take quite the risk on it. But yeah, the interior is really nice. It's got this really nice heads-up display. All the the vehicle status says everything is fine. The oil's fine, and the tires are fine. I think the service is fine as well on it. So yeah, as you can see, 8-speed auto, which is really good. And also you'll probably notice here has heated seats, which is awesome in the cold days like this where it's like 8 degrees. Yeah, another thing that you'll notice there is it's reading minus 40 degrees. I think that's because I had it on a previous 320D that I owned. The temperature, the ambient temperature sensor is plugged into the front bumper, and that usually reads minus 40 when that's been damaged or unplugged. So probably gonna have to order one of those, look into that as well, which is a shame. But yeah, you can see like the interior is really nice, like a full leather spec, full leather M Sport spec, which is really good. We've got the M Sport steering wheel, which is cool. So yeah, really nice car. And hopefully next I'll be fixing it and ordering the parts. Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to try and replace this front panel. I've got a replacement off eBay, pretty much like for like without all this damage here. Got the M Sport badge with it too. It was a little bit expensive, but it was the best option I had in the amount of time that I had. I've gone up and watched the tutorial on how to remove this. By no means am I probably going to do it quickly, but yeah, I'm going to try and remove this, so watch as I go along and probably swear and F and blind, but we'll try and get it removed. I've gone ahead and opened the door and the bonnet. The door was kind of catching on the wing, obviously because it's been pushed back, so I had to do it carefully. But yeah, I've marked where all the screws and stuff are, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. First, there's 3 sort of plastic rivets here that you have to prise up to get access to the sort of screws and nuts here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let's try and use some screwdrivers. I'm pretty sure these are like one use only as well, so I'm going to be try and be very careful to prise them up, so I don't damage them, so I can reuse them. But yeah, they just come out just like that, with like 3 little inserts, and this should just pop straight off like so. There we go, that's first removed. Put these here for safekeeping. Move you closer, so that's where they were sort of riveted in, well not riveted, and then we've got access to these now here, and that one there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and try and remove those now as well. Oh, and that really popped straight up, so shows that was quite crumpled. Okay, first screw up. Remove this one here. That's the bracket that holds it on. I'm hoping that bracket isn't actually bent, because I'm gonna have to then buy a new one of those. I'll hopefully bend it back into shape. Second one out. you can see, it's coming a bit loose now. Now there's one just there. You can see it. Go ahead and get to that as well.
Okay, so from this moment on, my headphones died. Essentially, I was using the wrong size socket. I was using 11. It was actually 10 millimeters. In this clip, you'll see me finding the next screw. It's quite easy to get to now that I've taken the top screws off. So yeah, that's the screw there. I could essentially just get my hand round. It's easier because there's no front bumper. I think it would have been quite a hassle if there was a front bumper. I'd have to remove a lot of the arch lining and potentially probably take the wheel off. As you can see, here I am screwing it off with quite some ease. And there you go, the front of the bumper's off. It's just being held in at the back now. Moving on to the next screw, here I am pointing at where the screw behind the door is. It's behind like a little foam insert. So as you pull the insert back, you can see the screw. And then it comes off with quite some ease, to be honest. Here I'm trying to show you where one of the last two screws are holding the wing to where the door is, and essentially because I've pulled the front off, I can kind of squeeze my hand in, and with a screwdriver I can get that in and take it off. And there it is, there's only one screw left now. In this clip, I am trying to remove these little plastic inserts that are holding the arch lining to the inside of the wing. These are one use only, and they kind of just snap after you take them out. The way you're supposed to take them out is by pushing them in, and they just snap. The issue I'm having here is that I've not pulled the wheel off, so it's harder, so I'm just using sort of a metal screwdriver to pry them off. Here I am onto the final screw. This was probably the hardest part. Had to get onto it from underneath. It was quite hard. I ended up pulling back the bottom trim under the door, which made it a lot easier, to be honest. And then I put like a plastic screwdriver towards the door so it held and wouldn't keep sort of shooting back. And then yeah, essentially I got the wrench and taped the socket onto it and went in from underneath and got it off. It took quite long. This was the longest part, to be honest. And then here we are. There's the brand new second-hand off eBay replacement, and here you can see the old one where it was damaged, just crumpled in there above the wheel, and here's the new one, perfectly smooth. There are a few sort of scratches here and there, but nothing that won't polish out. and then just lining it up first time just to see how it looks here. At this point, after all that work, I was quite excited to see this. You can probably tell by my reaction. And then I was just putting a few of the top bolts in just to secure it in place so it doesn't fall. Here I am figuring out that this bracket is indeed bent. You can see I've got that front top screw in there, the middle one and the end one, and the bracket at the bottom is not lining up with the screw hole in the middle there. What I had to do was get that wrench that's in my hand and bend it back into shape. And then here we are, after getting everything screwed in. You can see the panel gaps look quite good. The top there and the side are really even. The only thing here is that I noticed at the top it wasn't sitting as well as I wanted it to be. You can see here, here's me comparing to the other side. There it's sitting quite tight. The other gaps are the same. But yeah, I think for a first fitting that's quite good. I can always come back and try and change it later on. And whilst I was at it, I got the wrench and bent the corner of the bonnet back into shape. You can see it's looking a lot better than it did at the start of the video. It still needs a bit of fine tuning, but maybe I can fill that in with some filler and get it painted as I get the bumper painted. Thank you for watching part 1 of this BMW 320d M Sport Touring build. In the next few videos I'm hoping to get the front headlight put on, as well as potentially the bumper, and get it painted as well. So if you want to see that, please like and subscribe, and I'll try and get the video on up and uploaded as soon as possible. Thank you.